Hey Virgo Rising, my name is Gawd, and you're watching Gawd Cafe. So today we're going to do a oracle reading for the month of May. For the month of May. Right now, you guys have the North Node in your 10th house. This video is for any Virgo risings, moon, or sun. I will be reading primarily with the Virgo rising chart. So if you want an accurate reading, look at what's your rising sign and watch that video. Of course, if you found yourself at this video, that means the universe wants you to watch this video because perhaps your knowledge on the whole rising signs is pretty new. Go with the flow. Okay. So because you guys have Aries in your 10th house of career, there might be a mess presenting itself or a lot of chaos that you need to organize at this moment. Okay, I'll just take that first card because that's way too many cards. So right now, you have a lot of tasks at hand, a lot of things that need to be worked on at hand, and you're being asked to prioritize what's important and not work on everything and be that self-sacrificing. To the point that you are working on all these things and perhaps, not resting enough. I could see that right now, perhaps there is this sort of workaholic energy that's presenting itself for you, and it's motivating you to want to take some action. However, what to do first and what's most important needs to be looked at in order to get clear on what to act on. All right, universe, what other information do you want me to present at this moment? Make it very obvious. Okay. All right, too many other cards. We are done with that deck. All right, before we reveal the cards, I don't know why I want to reveal the cards instead of show you guys one by one. This reading is going a little different. Maybe you guys like it that way. You guys like a little suspense, a little thriller, maybe. Okay. What else does Virgo rising need to know, Uni? Make it very clear, please. Give us the moon energy. You know Virgo sometimes just really needs that love and clarity. Wow. The 3, wow. Wow, what a lovely selection. Okay, so let's start with the animal spirits. That's very interesting. Huh. You guys have one reverse card, and I don't really fully read reverse cards like that. Anyway, first card, Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacle. You guys have the ability to overcome any obstacle, so do not question if all this work at hand is going to break you, because it won't. However, like I mentioned, if you don't prioritize what's most important first, it can. For example, if you're multitasking and you have all these due dates, prioritize the due dates that will come first and only work on those projects till you knock those out and then move on to the next, and not let yourself work on all 5 of them because you may give a lukewarm or half-ass delivery. And that's not fair for, your manifesting power and your life to receive that sort of fruits and labor, half-ass fruits and labor. You don't want that. You want something a lot more thorough. So know that you have the ability to overcome any obstacle. Now, what's interesting is that you guys got the Butterfly Spirit in reverse. I never really get these cards in reverse. Transformation is beautiful if you let it happen. So Virgo rising, I'm getting that you keep denying, you keep turning away the act of transforming yourself into who it is that you know you need to be. It may be for the sake of being there selflessly for others in the work environment, being that this is in your 10th house, and you're not allowing yourself to transform into the butterfly. And this is very interesting because one thing to take note of the transformation between a caterpillar and a butterfly is that, a caterpillar has to crawl. A caterpillar does not have the luxury of flying. However, the caterpillar does have the ability to obtain the skill of flying. If it allows itself to isolate and cocoon, it will come out on top as a butterfly. So what I am taking from this Virgo rising is that you guys need to take some time out and to isolate, to get clear on the direction you're headed to, because if you do not, you will not get the wings you desire. Sometimes you do have to take the time out to isolate yourself, to clear your energy, to reset it, to purify it, and to receive into intuitive knowledge. How can you receive the information from the universe if you're constantly having a busy mind? Cocooning also means being still, doing nothing at times, observing, processing. The power of being still may feel like taking steps back because nothing is occurring. However, that old cliche, sometimes you got to take a few steps back in order to take a few steps forward. Keyword, in order to take a few steps forward, you need to take a step back sometimes. So the cocoon process is taking a step back or standing still or staying in place. It may feel like not progressive. However, because it's not physically progressive, it's all internally progressive. Sometimes in order to thoroughly evolve internally, you need to be still because the internal energy is inwards, not outwards. And then, that's how true it is. Then we have the dolphin spirit. This and that are true. So perhaps the perspective that you guys have as to whether or not you can undergo this transformation, you may feel like all the work that you have is not letting you, you're not able to. That's probably the reason why you're going to have to start, filtering what work you indulge in, because you do not need to consume and pollute your brain with all this work that's unnecessary if it's not to your benefit. This and that are true. So whatever perspective that you dive into will manifest itself true if you nurture that perspective. It's like nurturing a plant. A plant won't grow if you don't water it. So if you water a perspective every day, then that perspective and everything it sees in that perspective will feel so true that you will manifest it to be true. This and that are true. Okay, now we're moving on to the moon deck. First card, new moon in Scorpio energy. Work through your fears. So this is adding to the butterfly energy. Being that Scorpio rules death, rebirth, and transformation. Right now you're being asked to work through your fears. To let yourself transform by navigating life in a weird way through your fear. Like kind of like studying yourself in the act of like, this is making me fearful, but why? And is it that serious? No. Is someone really gonna do something to me? No. If it goes, can it fail? Yeah. Then what? Nothing. okay, I guess I'll do it. Like, I think it's kind of like that, like kind of like catching your fear and working through it rather than shutting it down. I think that's what it's asking for you guys to do right now, Virgo rising. Work through your fears. I really like this. In order to transform into that butterfly. Let's hold them both up. Work through your fears in order for you to cultivate being in that cocoon and becoming that butterfly. Wow, what a beautiful ass reading. Wow. And if you do so, there may be a new romantic cycle that begins. I mean, can you blame the universe for doing this? You got your wings spreading out, for God's sakes. If you become this damn butterfly, of course, my love. Duh. A new romantic cycle begins. Now, granted, sometimes some of us don't desire, the common relationship. Some of us are asexual, and if that applies to you, perhaps a new romantic cycle within yourself, romancing yourself, taking yourself out on dates, taking yourself out to the park, having a picnic. Perhaps just the energy of romance may start to take play, where maybe you may romance your friends, you may romance your mother, and not in a sexual way, but like wanting to do fun, nice things, quality time, romance in that sense. Once you work through your fears and you become that butterfly, you're going to want to socialize. That's that old thing, the social butterfly. You'll become a social butterfly. And if you do that, you will feel so abundant and like we're back on Virgo. You will feel so abundant in doing so that you will have, so much to give and not the urge to take. A time to give rather than take. You guys know this energy. A Virgo rising knows this energy. However, the time to give rather than take. I'm getting give something that in turn actually gives you something. Giving someone a hug could give you the satisfaction that you made them feel better, right? So you're also giving something to yourself in a weird way. But the action, the time that you spend, because 10th house also rules time, a time to give rather than take. Give the world what you've been keeping from the world. Give who you are to the world, Virgo rising. We deserve you. Come on. Like, come on. We all want a hug from you or something. Like, a time to give rather than take, Virgo. But that's very interesting because it feels a little contradicting. That's why I knew it's more so internally. It's time to give yourself to others rather than take yourself away from others. Could also be another aspect to that meaning. A time to give yourself, to be in service, rather than to take yourself away from the opportunities at hand and the service at hand. Anyway, Leo rising, I hope this video found you well and that you loved it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Gawd, and you're watching The Gawd Cafe.